Let's go ahead to the first story here. And Dave, you brought this up. I guess we've been kind of following this a little bit for a week or so now. And it's new malware associated with Android. What can you tell us?
It turns out that researchers at Bitdefender has found a strain of ransomware that is on Android devices. So, we've seen ransomware before on PCs and stuff like that. Now it's starting to come onto the Android devices. And what it does is it comes and pops up over top of the main screen. And you can push the button to return to the home screen, but within 5 seconds it pops up again. And the screen that pops up is a warning basically saying that you've visited a pornographic site that, doing illegal type of pornography, and you need to pay some sort of a fine before they'll release the device back to you again. And it also claims that it encrypts the device. Now, it turns out it doesn't actually have the ability to encrypt the files on the device, but it claims that anyway, so it scares people there.
So it's really a facade.
It's a facade, yeah.
Okay.
But as these things have evolved on the PC, they'll most likely evolve on the Android devices as well and get more complex and more sophisticated.
Right. So this is a case where the malware is loaded from, where did it come from?
Well, what happens is the user browses to a site, in this case pornographic sites, and it automatically gets downloaded onto the device. And it portrays itself as a video viewer for advanced content.
Okay.
And so the user gets tricked into clicking on there to say, yes, please install this on my device.
Okay, so it's being installed as an app, so it's not really doing an exploit against the device, it's just doing sort of the social engineering thing?
That's right.
It sounds like it's side-loaded?
It's side-loaded. It's not on the Google Play Store. It comes from these other sites. So you have to have side-loading enabled, and the user has to actually load the software. Has to bring it on there.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Now, this is obviously a lot of the same kind of deals as before. I guess, first of all, you don't want to be going to sites that are going to be giving you a bunch of garbage, right?
Right. But there's nothing about the underlying software that ties it to pornography. It just happens to be that this is where they've applied it to. So as this evolves, it's likely that it can come up on other sites that maybe you browse to, some of these watering hole attacks where you think you're going to a legitimate site and this thing pops up, and for enhanced ability to interact with the site, you can get the software. So it's not necessarily tied to pornography.
Right. Well, I guess so along those lines, you're going to make sure that you're going to reputable sites before you're willing to agree to install applications from those sites, right?
That's right.
Very much the same tune as we've seen before.
I would imagine that the pornography aspect is probably just to embarrass the person into maybe, being complicit in paying the ransom, so to speak. If I was going to a regular, legitimate site, what the heck is this? I'm not going to do this. The other thing I thought was interesting about this one is it has geolocation. It uses the geolocation to tailor the language. I don't know if we mentioned that or not, but that's an interesting aspect of this one, which you don't see that often, especially in the mobile space. We've seen it in other spaces, but I don't think I've seen that in the mobile space before.
This one's kind of cute in that it claims that it'll, turn you into the legal authorities in whatever country you're in if you don't pay up.
That's right. And most of the antivirus software that runs on the devices is able to pick this up now. And you can actually remove it without the help of the antivirus devices. You have to be kind of quick to get into the home screen and then swipe it off, delete it before it gets covered again.
All right, good. I think that's a very unique sort of twist on things, something that certainly people want to be paying attention to. And I think it plays into this BYOD situation where you want to make sure that you have good security on devices, partitioning associated with devices in an enterprise environment. So.
Right.